It is number 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just double checking. Arlie, we are live. Let me just set this.
Yay! It is Thursday. This week feels like it has dragged on forever.
Yeah, forever and ever. It's one of those weeks.
Forever and ever.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those weeks that feel like we've had like 3 Mondays in a row. Am I right?
Absolutely. Like, and I keep thinking to myself, like, is it still Monday? Like, I literally, like, was driving my mom, and I looked outside, I'm like, wait, is it Monday? No, it's Thursday. We're almost there. It's almost the end of the week.
Yeah, we're getting there. Do you have any fun weekend plans?
Relaxing. Relaxing's very fun. So I'm looking forward to that. Plus I have my kids over, so I'm really excited about that, and I get to hear more about school because they just started school, and it still baffles me that I'm like, holy crap, I'm a mom and I have kids and they're in school. Like, I'm still wrapping my head around that. But other than that, like, I think I might do some more art. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna enjoy. It's been like really nice and rainy, so I'm enjoying the cooler weather because it's been really hot in Kansas this summer. Mm-hmm. So it was like 77 yesterday, and it felt amazing. The low is in almost like the 60s, so it was like 59, 60 degrees, and I'm getting to where I'm like, oh, I can start wearing my sweaters and have pumpkin everything. So life's great.
That's exciting. And so you have your kids. Does that mean you also have the Switch with you?
I do have the Switch. I need to play more Splatoon. It's just, I've been so busy with so much stuff going on that I've kind of forgotten about it. But
I know,
yes,
it's been
I'll
busy.
have the Switch. I need to play so bad. I just need to get back more into video games in general. The Diva short just came out for Overwatch, and that hit me right in the feels.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause Diva's my girl. I feel like she is my spirit animal as a Dorito gremlin, and I'm not going to give any spoilers on the short if you haven't seen it yet. I will just say, like, if you're going to watch it, be prepared to be hit right in the feels, and I love Diva more than ever.
That's good. Speaking of that, let me see if I can find, like, a good image. Let's just use that one. I don't actually know if this is going to work, but I know you haven't been playing Splatoon lately, and neither have I, but this weekend is a Splatfest. Do you know what the Splatfest is, Arlie?
Oh gosh, I wish I did, to be honest, I don't.
Okay, no worries. The Splatfest this time, for at least for North America, is forks versus spoons.
What?
Yeah,
oh,
so
no.
If you're with Pearl, you're Team Fork, and if you're Marina, you're with a spoon. Unfortunately, there is no knives, much to my dismay.
See, I feel gypped right there. Like, exactly right there. I'd totally be on Team Knife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's totally there should have been a team knife, but, whatever. And then I think for Europe, if you are playing for whatever on the Europe servers, there is also, they just finished their Splatfest last weekend, and their theme was, if you're on a vacation, would you rather relax or go on an adventure? And so,
okay, I'm really jealous because they get something that, is thought-provoking and, create a conversation. And instead for us in America, we're all about the discourse, like, oh no, I want to use forks. Oh no, I'm going to use spoons. Like, that's just as bad as, like, talking about pineapple on pizza or not. Like, am I right? Mm-hmm. Am I right?
Yeah, but I think I'm actually choosing Team Fork myself. I just really like Pearl. Like, I really, really like Marina, but when it comes to Splatfest, I feel like people who go into Team Pearl are, like, really fighting for their lives out here. So,
right.
I'm excited.
So, yeah, if I end up playing Splatfest, I also have to say I would join Team Fork because I can stab people with forks.
Mm-hmm. It's the next closest thing, I guess, to a knife. It's actually really funny if you really if you have Splatoon and you haven't chosen a team yet. You know, they go through that whole banter of like why their team is better than the other. You have like Marina, she gives her spiel about why spoons are great, but then you have Team Pearl and she's like forks are good for everything. Steaks, forks, cereal, forks, mayonnaise, forks. And then everyone was like, I should really reconsider Team Fork, I guess.
Right?
Yeah. But I'm excited for the Splatfest. I'll finally, I guess, touch my Switch for the first time since the last Splatfest.
Right? Yeah, it's just been so busy with everything going on.
Life.
So it's kind of nice to be able to be like, hey, yeah, let's try to do something different and fun and exciting.
Mm-hmm. And then I think some of the past Splatfest too, we had squid versus octopus, orange juice for pulp versus no pulp. There was a big one about the Ninja Turtles. There was baseball versus soccer, chicken versus the egg, money versus love. Love did end up winning, but I really thought money was going to win. I'm just going to put that out there. Money won by Love won by like almost a landslide in popularity. Almost 70%.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. So we had something released yesterday, and it's full of little goodies. We had a doll trunk released yesterday. Arli, do you want to explain a little bit what a doll trunk is?
Okay, so a doll trunk is a chance item with a bunch of accessory items. So think like hair bows and like flower crowns and sometimes eyes, even accessories with hair. They're one of my favorite chance items on Gaia Online just because I'm all about accessories and I love being able to customize my look. I feel like there are so many different items out there, and having the ability to for example, like, hey, like I really like this full item, but I really want to just use this particular hair bow in a million different colors, and then Gaia somehow listens to me and they give it to me, and it really helps with the avatar creation process. So they're fun, they're amazing, and I definitely recommend if you have not played a doll trunk before, definitely get into it, just because there's so many items.
Mm-hmm. And the theme for this month's doll trunk is, I don't know, actually, it's, I guess, delicious, but they definitely focused on fruits and things found on item sets that involve food in different ways. Then, of course, there are the user-made items that may not necessarily like by chance happen to match fruit and foods and things like that, but it's definitely nice to see a bunch of brand new user mades. I know a lot of hairs were in it and eyes and things like that, and today there was a bundle released with the doll trunk, and it included like hair itself, and I was kind of surprised because we usually don't see hair in doll trunks. We see hair and hair see eyes, so it was kind of really nice. So this time around, actually, let me pull up the list, but so the doll trunks, kind of like the hair CIs, we kind of see different color trends. They come in like waves, you know, like a color that is popular now might not have even existed, like, you know, like 3 years ago for doll trunks, and popular colors in doll trunks 3 years ago probably may not be popular now. So I think this time around for this doll trunk, we definitely got a little bit more off chrome, because I think the last one incorporated a lot more monochrome, but we see like a lot of Carnage Red, Calabash / Creamsicle is back from the war, Citrus, there's Tea Green, there's Melon Green. We're getting a lot of Blueberry from Ochiba, which is different as Blueberry, the color scheme. You see a lot of Plum from whatchamacallit, wild berry. Oh, I guess that makes sense. And then you see sweet berry with, sweet berry things, so like the marshmallow equivalent, and then of course off chrome itself. So it's really interesting to see how the color changes trend, or how the color trends change, because I'm pretty sure not that long ago we were getting like a lot of like lavender and like bubblegum pink and cotton candy blue and things like that. And then the green for a while was like the hip and trendy one was like Midori. But yeah. Arlie, did you have a favorite from this month's doll trunk? Have you been able to take a look at it?
I have taken a look at it, but I haven't played yet. I will say, though, looking at the announcement, there's so many things that I want. I'm really just happy with seeing items being brought up in, like, our more up-to-date color schemes. Just because, like, we have so many items, and I just kind of sort of feel like that these doll trunks give me an opportunity to try out a color scheme like I might have not been comfortable with, because I'm like, oh, well, I don't have this item in this color, and this gives me the chance to try it. So I am actually, while we're talking right now, I am playing the doll trunk just to see what I get and to be able to make a new avatar. I don't know if anybody's been following me, but I have been a beautiful boy on Gaia Online for the last like 2 weeks, and so I've been telling myself I need to make a new avatar because I love being a beautiful boy. I look like an edgelord, and I love it. But it's time to go back to something that's more Orly.
I feel it. Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't see myself wearing like a lot of plum. So this gives me an opportunity to actually like try it out. Because I mean, once you land, just enough accessories to balance out some color in your outfit, you're like good to go. Like totally just good to go. I think my favorite item out of the whole entire set is the fruity visor, and it's from the item that's called like mango. And it was like one of my favorite visors. I think it originally came in like a carnage red, and yeah, it was like a random mix of colors. It was like carnage red and like pine, and then they used like a little bit of lemon. So this like gives me very solid like visor colors. I absolutely just love the visors. I have a visor exactly like this, and I wear it, and it doesn't really like do anything, but like I like wearing it. Oh my god, the visor's so broken. But yeah, it's fun. It's definitely one of my favorites. So let's see. Then the exclusives today that came with the bundle are from the yuzu item, which I guess makes sense. Yuzu is the fruit, and it was easy to pick it. So they ended up choosing like the hair and the little hair clips that were attached to it, and then the tail in it was from the dragon fruit item. I guess they were both from last month's Narwhal, so that's exciting to have it already separated so soon.
Right, yeah. I have to say, like, in terms of Narwhal, I love Narwhal just because I feel like it's easier to get access to those items, because I feel like I quest a lot for a lot of things. I love Lucky Catch. I love our monthly chance item, but I feel like with Narwhal, it's just a little bit easier to have those items. You get to see more recolors of, I feel like, Narwhal items a little bit sooner than Lucky Catch. So I really love Narwhal.
Yeah, Narwhal's cute. I mean, everyone obviously has their preferences. Like, for me, I'm always just going to be the biggest fangirl for Lucky Catch. But yeah, Narwhal is pretty cool. I definitely find all my luck in Lucky Catch, though, because it is lucky.
Can you give me some of that luck? Because I have the worst luck when
yeah, I have heard that you do have some not as great luck as some of us on the team.
I literally do. I have the absolute worst luck when it comes to
anything.
When it comes to chance items, when it comes to anything, like, it's me. Who's gonna be the one that's gonna get like the 0.1% fail? That's gonna be me. I've never, out of all of the chance items I've played since we started getting Project Custom tickets, the number of tickets that I have pulled is 0.
I mean, but you were able to submit a ticket for your SD Plus doll, right?
Right, but you have to understand, though, like, those tickets were given to me. I had one, they were gifted to me for some reason, and I still love the people who gifted me these, but I've never polled. a ticket on my own. I'd love to. One day, I'm going to get there, and I'm going to pull a ticket, and it will be wonderful.
Okay, so if
so
you,
yeah.
yeah, so if you did pull a tie-dye, out of, let's pretend you pull it, next month after rotation flips over,
Sure.
what do you think you would create? Like, do you have an item that's like already at the top of your list of like things you want to recolor?
I want to recolor everything in Wilted right now.
In
If I had my
Wilted.
chance, I would recolor. Oh gosh, the name of the item on the boardwalk in Wilted.
Oh,
And
that would
then
be
I would
so
also,
cute.
yeah, because I love the bikini on it. Because thick and busty, that's my favorite. Like, I want that bikini in that color, and I also want unapologetically introverted and wilted as well.
That's also a really good item. Actually, my favorite thing
Yes.
about On the Boardwalk is actually the headphones itself.
The headphones are
that
really
headset is
cute.
really cute. It's like half a headset, half glasses. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe it's just glasses, but I really like it.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like On the Boardwalk is one of those items that was underrated, and it came out. It
was
came
ahead of its
out
time.
before body mods really became a really big thing on the website. It's one of the few ones that really like gave different modifications. So I just wonder if this item would have came out like a year or so later. I feel like it would be a lot more popular than what it is, but that's okay. I love the item.
Mm-hmm. So looking at the colors that are on here right now, I'm just gonna choose one. So let's talk about like Fairy Tale. Like that one's the one that's based off of like that one Kindred and like colors like that. And obviously it's shown on items that have only recently or not even yet been released. If you had to recolor an item in Fairy Tale, what kind of items do you think you would go for?
Oh, I definitely do the fantasy-ish items. I would recolor Iridessa's jewels, definitely, and Fairy Tale. I feel like Vernal Equinox as well would look beautiful in Fairy Tale. I wanna preface on this though. I'm not that big of a fan yet of Fairy Tale itself, but I feel like once I see more items in it, it's one of those it's going to take me a little bit to really love.
Oh no, I totally get that. I mean, there's literally only one official thing in that color scheme other than the original item itself, so it'd be a little bit hard.
Right.
I was thinking like Prickly Punk or like Cactus, like the cactus item in like those colors, just
that
because
would
it's
be
like
cute.
it's like a good unisex set, and there's like a lot of little different elements, and I think it would make for like a nice background and stuff.
It would, absolutely. Oh gosh. What's the name? I love this. Like, what's the name of the item? We only have thousands of items on Gaia Online. Oh man, a Studious.
Oh, that would be
I think
good.
would look really cute. You know the item that's the teacup, and your avatar is just like sitting in the cute teacup. Like that would look really cute.
It would
in
look
Fairy
cute
Tale
because
too.
it will look like a good cup of coffee.
Yeah, who doesn't like a good cup of coffee?
People who prefer tea.
Touche.
Yeah. Okay, then what about like Imperious? That's another new color scheme that's coming to us. I don't even think that Conniver is out yet, but we have been seeing other items in Imperious. But
I'm in love with Imperious too. Like, if I had to go off like the top schemes for fall for me, it's Wilted and Imperious, and Imperious is another one that I needed also in everything. I want to see it with My Bloody Valentine. I want to see it. I want to see. Oh gosh, the baby girl in Imperious, that would look really cute.
I think that fits it. It has the it's just a bright enough pink, and it gives you like a lot of balance.
It is. I really love the blue. With it too, just the whole combo. I'm like, this is my jam. This is what I need. So like a lot of my casual or my quote unquote sexy items that I like to wear, I want it all in Imperious, and I would be a very very happy camper.
Yeah, I think it would be great. Yeah. And then Helios, of course, it's been around, but it's still technically new. Um, I was thinking, I want, I know it's kind of like super basic, but I want like all of our witches and wizard items in Helio itself. I think that would be really cute.
Ooh, that would be really cute.
Like all of them, just every single
Helio is
item.
one of those purples. We have a lot of purple on Gaia Online, it seems like. However, out of all the purples that we've had, Helio is my favorite purple at this time. So I can see that a lot of like the witchy and the wizard items, they look really cute.
Yeah. Speaking of Witchley, is Witchley also on this color scheme list? I guess we could just cycle through it really quick. Or just go to the next one. Wait, is that the one we're on right now? Oh, we could just look at this one. It doesn't matter. Oh yes, Witchley is on this color scheme list. I kind of like blank out from time to time. But yeah, I think Witchley also perfectly fits in that, like, I need everything that's mildly spoopy in this color scheme. I really like purple too. There's a lot of purple. Purple has been really popular, actually. If you guys have noticed, like, a lot of the incoming, like, user tiers from, like, a few months ago to last month to, like, the one that's going on right now, we're still getting, like, a lot of purple. Like, we had Helio introduced. We had Lavender not that long ago. We had Draken. We had the Mist and Miserable combo, and we currently are doing a Miserable and Dusk Rose combo, but there's been like a lot of purple. And you could even kind of argue that Andromeda had a little bit of purple in it, but mostly Sporkles. Yeah. Yeah, Wilted is also in this color scheme. I really like Wilted. I'm also a really big fan of Wilted when it's just the dandelion and ivory. Like, I call it Wilted Light, and it, like, just takes out all the darkness of it. I think it's, like, really great on, like, any type of, like, item, whether it's, like, casual or fantasy. And I'm just excited to see all the Wilted that's gonna appear in the coming months and possible tickets to be submitted and stuff.
Yes.
I think it's really great. What about you? What kind of items would you put in Wilted yourself?
Well, like I was saying earlier, on the boardwalk, I want that in Wilted. Oh gosh, there's just so many cats and dogs. Cats will know. Bit of pain. I want all the tomatoes in Wilted. Just like give me every item on Gaia and Wilted, and I would be so happy. I kind of want to just say, though, this random thought that popped in my head, because we're looking at this tie-dye rotation again. So ever since, like, our conversation on Tuesday, and you brought up how you wanted to see a lot of those floral items in DK.
Oh, yeah.
I kept thinking to myself, like, oh, wow, like, all these items would look so good in it. So, like, maybe Decay is going to be, like, my dark horse for fall, and I'm going to end up wearing a lot of that.
You know what I really want to see in Decay? I really want to see Unconditional Affliction in Decay. Like, we've been seeing it in, like, a lot of really dark colors.
That would be so pretty.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that with roses? The red. Oh, no. I need it all. Gaia Online, why do you do this to me?
Yeah, I absolutely love Unconditional Affliction, and I think it would look so good in Decay. Basically, like I said earlier, like, basically, if it has a flower, I want it in Decay.
Yes.
Then, let's see. Greenleaf the Naturalist would look awesome in Wilted, Toby says. And Little Bunny says just more strawberry recolors in general, please. I love strawberry. Strawberry is really cute.
It's so cute.
Yeah, it's... If you don't know what it is, just think of a girl in a poofy dress and she's holding a giant fork. She's clearly Team Fork. But it's cute. It's like, I would say versatile in the hair. Like, I can't say I really like poofy dresses. Like, it's really hard for my avatar to, like, understand what a poofy dress is, because it's always just like, I want to wear pants, so therefore dress will not work. But strawberry is super duper cute. And then,
Right. So, like, Strawberry is essentially, like, a cute version of our Gaia Online artist, recolorist, Ryokuma.
It's true.
She loves bears.
Yeah, she's a bear. She has food to eat, and so she has a giant fork and isn't afraid to use it.
Absolutely.
And then I guess for the last of the schemes, Sadadari is definitely one of my favorites. It's one of those that I feel like no matter how you use it, it looks good on like any type of item, which is hard to say for certain colors. You know, certain colors are maybe just meant for like super premium and fancy clothes, and others are meant for like really casual clothes. But I think Sadadari works on like everything in between.
Right. I want to add to that too. Whenever, for a bit, I did recolor some items that was on the recolor team, and I learned that not every color works on every item.
Yeah, it's true. As much as, you know, you might really want your item in like blue, it might just, you know, it's just not right for it sometimes.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's like the hardest thing for me to accept sometimes too, because you know, sometimes you just really like an item and sometimes you just really like a scheme, but then you like get mocks or you try and do it and you're like, wow, I was just so wrong.
That happened to me a few times whenever I did recolor items. I'm like, I want to do this item in this scheme and it'll look great, and then I did it and I looked at it and I was like, oh no, what have I done? This is terrible. So then I'd have to go with a different color scheme, something that actually like matched a little bit better. I feel like our mock artists, you know, there's a lot of users, there's a community within Gaia that takes the items and they recolor them into like items that they want to see. So I wonder if they also, whenever they do mocks, they're like, I want to do this item in this scheme. And they do it and they're like, oh no, I also made a mistake.
Little Bunnies asked, do you guys, Arlie and Amy, ever choose recolors?
So my job as an associate product manager, I do help with a lot of the planning. So I would say I do with some things. I won't say with everything, but like for our sales, for example, I do choose, I have chosen the recolors for some things, but not for everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I get to help with suggestions every once in a while too, but we definitely just trust our recolor team most of the time for them to try to find a good variety of colors and things like that. But, you know, every once in a while they'll know maybe we advocate heavily for certain schemes, or we just know like certain items. Like, obviously there are just so many items on the site, you can't memorize all of them. So sometimes just a color scheme or an item is just like thrown into like our really big like artist chat groups, and it's like, does anyone have suggestions? And you know, every once in a while we get picked here and there.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is that with at least for Gaia, you know, you have the art team, and then you have like what my team does, and so like we all work together to try to come up with when it comes to recolors, a happy medium for everybody with things that we want to see. Or maybe, you know, like I love the perspective working with our art team because they're like knee deep in with colors, and they're also like very tuned to like with different communities, like from say what I'm in tune with and the communities that I hang out with. So like we all come together and we all try to have a happy balance of colors that we would like for you guys to enjoy. I think that's a good way to answer it. Yeah, I think that's a good way to answer it.
Yeah, I mean, colors are complicated and items are equally complicated. So even if we do make suggestions, it could be the wrong suggestion. But, you know, things can easily change if, like, one day they realize, like, you know, this maybe shouldn't have been in white. It's just as easy to fix itself. So I think we are coming to the end of our stream. Actually, Arlie's call just died, so I'm going to call her back really quickly. And hopefully she will pick up.
Oh no, my internet didn't like my answer.
Your internet was like, Arlie, we hear you.
Arlie, you're terrible.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you're terrible. It works out. Okay, we're coming to the end of our stream anyway, so maybe it was just your net telling us we were going too long, because we're a little bit over time.
No, that's really cool. That I want to say thank you. It was Little Bunnies that asked that. Thank you for
Little
asking
Bunnies.
that. We like to be as transparent as possible with different things on Gaia Online. So it's kind of cool to be able to share a bit of the process. It isn't. I feel like whenever you look at people who write different posts and everything, like, there's a lot of confusion with how some things happen. So, like, being able to take the time to kind of explain a little bit about, like, what we do, it makes me feel good. I like being able to be transparent with you guys and showing a little bit of the process for things, because it isn't just like, Arlie, okay, what do you want, Arlie? Well, I want everything thick and busty, and let's have it in monochrome, everything. It isn't like that. It isn't like that at all. Like, if it was like that, I wouldn't be working here anymore. But that, though, I will say, myself, Amy, everybody that I know of, we might not post, quote unquote, a lot in the forums just because we're so busy, but we do read feedback as well, absolutely. So whatever you like a color scheme, or whether you don't like a color scheme, make your voice known, post in the GCD, make a site feedback thread. We're always trying to find a way to make a better experience on Gaia Online, and for the community too, because, you know, we're all in this together.
High School Musical. But yeah, we read all of the feedback. There's a lot to read all the time. So yeah, sometimes we're just a little bit quieter than others, but you know, don't worry. Things get read. Like, if you think like artists and like other people at Gaia don't read like the CSU or site feedback or bug reports, like, we're there. It's just we might not have an immediate answer all the time, or things, you know, things don't just happen magically. So things take time,
right.
But we are always around. Mm-hmm.
Yes, always.
Yep. Okay, we are coming to the end of our stream. Thank you, everyone, for coming today. It's always a pleasure to be here and answer questions. But we will see you all next Tuesday. Thanks, everyone. Bye.